Hello, everybody, and welcome in. Thank you for being here. A couple minutes early, but that ain't going to matter. We'll take some time, let everybody get in here. If you're catching us on the replay, thank you for that. I know a lot of you guys do that, which I dearly appreciate. Remember to watch some of our videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the alert bell, give our stuff thumbs up. And we do have a PayPal account. And feel free, if you want to support our channel, to hit us up on PayPal. It's on our main page on YouTube, and my email address is there also. If you want to contact me directly and have questions or needs, please feel free to do that. Exciting day. We'll wait a minute or two, let people get in here. Working on some things I am. While we do all this, me and my dogs just kind of hanging out. Oh, it's been a busy day for us, but that's okay. I don't mind. Maybe I could do that. You guys think I'm smart enough? Cricket's in the house. Galactic Gaming. Hey. How are you, Cricket? Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been doing well. Galactic Gaming, it's been a long time since I saw you. Oh, wait, no, that was yesterday. Go lay down, Lily. There's no food. Lay down. Go to bed. Here's your bed. Lay down. Sorry, my dog Lily's giving me the I know there's a cookie on the ottoman and I want it look. What's good, dude? Well, you know, a lot, man. It's been a busy day. I got a YouTube. Hey, you got a YouTube channel. Congratulations. But it's a different name as mine. We'll type the name in there. Man, Galactic, it's been a good day. It's been a busy day for us, to be honest. Kind of forgot what I was doing. Holy crapping butt farts. Let me work on this. All right. Yeah, it's been a busy day for us. It's Monday in my part of the world. It is cold today. You know, I need to put my thingy on a charge. Hang on, guys and girls. It's called Cricket Has a YouTube Channel. All right, Galactic, appreciate that. Cricket has a YouTube channel. Oh, I just finished a cookie. Well, I have cookies right here. My dog is going. It's called Pack God. Pack God. Okay, Cricket, I bite. What is it about? What's your channel going to be about? What's your YouTube channel going to be about? Hey, we finally got a troll in the house. Oh, man. I wish you could be a fun troll, but apparently you're just a dumb troll. Lisa got style. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Good to see you. It's been a while. Thank you for coming in. Thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way. We've got a whole bunch of people in the background watching. I know you guys are probably expecting a pretty young Filipina, but tonight you get me. You know, I'm doing good. You know, we had a lot to do today, a lot going on tomorrow. I had a doctor's appointment, and that went very well, you know. So anytime you have a doctor's appointment and, you know, you don't get any more drugs or any more procedures, it's a good doctor's appointment. I just forgot to tell you about it. Okay, well, what's it going to be about? That I had it. All right. Good to hear. It is. So how are things in your part of the world, Lisa? It is 62 and chilly here. It's windy and cool today. That's why I'm wearing a sweatshirt instead of a tropical shirt. You know, it's not, I was going to sit outside tonight, but it's just too cold. You know, I did. I called you dumb. You absolutely sure did. You know, what's your call sign here? Hartwig. Yes, I called you dumb. If you're going to troll, be a better troll. Don't be a dumb troll. Because when you spam, the computer won't show your message. Yes, yes. So, okay, Cricket, I'm still wanting to know what it's going to be about. Ah, you're one of our Canadian friends. I'm in Canada. It's going to be very good. It's spring here. Well, yeah, it's still cold for you, though, right? I'm sure. We're in the 60s. Yesterday, we're in the 80s. Our good friend Dennis lives in Canada, and we have quite a few other followers and subscribers in Canada. So we love Canada. Whether Canada loves us or not, we don't care. We still love Canada, no matter what they do. So just joking. What do you mean? See, 19 Celsius. Yeah, it's pretty chilly. But yeah, it's supposed to warm up as the week goes this week. We're not expecting any rain, but we have a lot of cloud cover. So it was just a little chilly, you know. My wife and I planted some of her vegetables outside this weekend, and she's a little worried, you know, but it's not going to freeze or anything. So, but she planted some vegetables, and we got those going over the weekend. So she's a little worried about, you know, but they'll be all right. Cricket says, well, I am the one who talks, but my brother is the one who says it's him, but he will give it to me soon. Are you talking about your YouTube channel? Okay. But Cricket, what I'm asking is, what is your channel about? What are you and your brother going to do? Are you going to give advice? Are you going to make funny videos? What are you going to do? Yeah, I know most people like to garden and grow things, and we're really big on that. My wife is the vegetable person, and kind of the house plant person. We kind of divide those up because we have a lot of house plants. But I like to grow flowers. I'm a flower person. The house that we currently live in, we don't plan. It's brand new, but we don't plan on living here very long. So I haven't put a lot of flower beds. I don't want to waste the money. So I haven't put a lot of flower beds into this house. But we got some pop-up or portable raised beds that we bought off of Amazon that Lorelai can do. My wife can do her gardening. So yeah, Lisa loves gardening too. Cricket roast people. Why is being mean to my friends? Who's being mean to who? Cricket, I'll help you out, buddy, as much as I can. Is somebody being mean to you? Let me know, because I won't somebody's being mean to your friends? Who's going to be mean to your friends? Are you saying I'm mean to your friends? Or is you're going to do a YouTube channel about people being mean? Give us a little bit more information. Like flowers also and veggies. Yeah, so we kind of divide it up. Lorelai does the vegetables because that's her just is. But I prefer to do flower beds. I'm a big flower guy. I love them. I like to grow them. I like to design my own flower beds. I want to put like hostas here and lilies, and I want to put different things, is what I really get into. Hydrangea. So I like to do flower beds that have shapes and colors, and things like that. Cricket says they also have a channel. Okay, so your friends that are mean so are you trying to say your friends have YouTube channel and people are being mean to them? I'm just trying to understand, Cricket. Yeah, absolutely, right? I'm a big flower bed guy. I just am. So I stay out of the way for the vegetables and I let my wife do what she's going to do. Like we will try to roast people why they are being so mean to my family and friends and people about that. All right. So Cricket, you're going to do a YouTube channel where you talk about whether you talk bad or negative, or you point out the flaws of the people that are talking bad about you. So now, look, I'm an old guy, and I know you're a young person, What I would tell you is that's not good for the soul. I tell you, that's not good for the soul. Don't give those people that are bad to you the power that you're going to go make a YouTube channel and talk about what the bad and weird things that they do to you. That's giving people power that don't need power, my friend. So I personally wouldn't do that, okay? I know it's easy to lash out because you want everybody to know that you're not a bad person and that that person is the one who's causing the trouble. But look, the best way to get away from bullies is not to acknowledge a bully. Don't acknowledge bullies. Lisa says, well, it was nice seeing you. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Have a great, wonderful evening. I will, Lisa, and thank you for coming in and joining us. I really appreciate that, more than you know. And stay safe up in Canada. I had it already like for 6 years, but you haven't been doing anything with it, right? So, let's see. Lisa has a YouTube channel. Lisa, I know you're probably already gone, but if you guys haven't subscribed to Lisa's channel, please do. Lisa, if you're still there, I'm sorry I didn't recognize that you had a YouTube channel. So, we will make sure and check your, oh yeah, I remember my good friend Lisa here. So, if you guys don't know Lisa up here, you can go up to Lisa's Got Style, if you remember her, and check her out. So, and remember to subscribe to my fishing channel. All right, where are we at? All right. So, Galactic, he's saying his channel's name is Pack God, which I don't understand what that means, but okay. I mean, I don't know what it references to. Is that a term? Maybe it's a term that I don't know, is my point. Fishing with Pack, that's my fishing channel. It's okay if you don't want to share your name. Check it out. That's not him. That's someone with 5.2. Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Gaming. Never heard of that YouTube channel, Pack God. Never heard of it. I know I am famous. Oh, so Cricket's feeding a bunch of BS. So maybe it's not Cricket tonight. Maybe Cricket's being a troll tonight. I don't know. 5.2 million is pretty good though, right, my friend? I don't even have a million. So, Galactic, what's going on in your world? It's early morning time for you, right? Bro, hey, Cricket, can I tell you something? And this is for kind of everybody out there. I think it's time that people quit using the word bro. I find it uneducational. It almost seems like when people call people bro, hey bro, man, my bro. It's like you can't remember people's names or you're too lazy to use them. To me, it's just kind of like a uneducated laziness when people, and I hear it all the time, and I'm not trying to pick on you, Cricket, but I heard it today at the doctor's office. I heard it, at the mall we were at. And I'm just like, man, you can't come up with another word than bro? Well, Cricket, it's all right, but it's okay if you don't believe me. So, Cricket, you've told me that you're a young person, and now you're telling me you have a YouTube channel for the last 6 years that has 5 million subscribers. Is that what I'm just trying to understand? Because I believe everybody. Whatever you tell me, I'm going to believe. All right. Pat God is such an annoying YouTuber. Yeah, maybe Cricket. Maybe Cricket's not Cricket tonight. It's usually a kid. Pat God is an annoying YouTube channel. I hate him. Most people do. It's 2:06 a.m. here. Still recovering from the stag. Oh my God. You're funny, man. I gave him a timeout and he's lying for some weird reason. I get it, man. Just a 5 minute timeout. It's all right. You know, the real cricket that we know is a kind young kid. I can't remember his age, but he's a minor. But he's usually polite and courteous, but something not right today. So maybe somebody hijacked his name, or maybe one of his buddies, or maybe he's under peer pressure. Maybe he's got a buddy over at his house, and they're doing, hey, we're gonna, so. No, it's all right, Galactic. Yeah, he's a regular. The real one's a regular and a pretty good regular. Is a kid though. This what's going on is kind of weird. Gaming, you know what I mean? Something's not quite right. Good evening, Sanders. How are you, buddy? Man, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. No, he's not. He's not a randomer. He's around all the time, but something's kind of weird with him tonight. So we'll see if he comes back in a couple of minutes and maybe shed some light on his issues, because he's usually very polite and very courteous. So Sanders, how's goes? It goes pretty good here. I went to the heart doctor today to have my device checked, and because we want to move, right? We want to move out of state, but the hospital that did my pacemaker, I trust and we really like, and my wife wants, and that's local. My wife wants them to change out the pacemaker when it's ready, but they can't change it out until it starts to beep, right? Because then it means the battery's low. They can take it out and the insurance will pay for it. So today she told us, oh, it looks like you got 6 months worth of life on that. And today is what, month number 4? So that puts us like October, November, which doesn't work for me. I'm like, damn, because we were going to live here until we change it out. But I don't want to try to sell my house during the winter months too much. We'd like to do it at the end of summer. And so today, when talking to the heart clinic, one, that they actually found I had some issues, believe it or not. It recorded some malfunctions, but nothing serious. But it did record some malfunctions. But what she told me that she was going to do is she's going to change what did she say, the power, so to speak. She's going to give it more juice to see if we can't run the battery down a little bit faster. So I thought that was really nice of her going, hey, I can tweak this and we can burn the battery a little faster. And I'm like, well, go for it. If it's not going to hurt me, go for it. So that's what we're working on, because I'd really like to get this changed about August. Yeah, well, thank you for that. It's, we're going to move to a state called Alabama or the Florida Panhandle. We really, really love Florida, to be honest, but Florida can be really expensive to live. So southern Alabama on the Gulf of America is where we hope to go. We're going to go there in a couple of weeks and neighborhood hunt, so to speak. We've been there a lot on vacations, but now we're going down with the intentions of looking at parks and fishing piers and grocery stores and neighborhoods that we like and companies and everything like that. So we're going down for that purpose in a couple of weeks. For a week, we're going to spend a week down there. So it's about the same cost of living as we have here. And this is a nice, the area that I live in is this one's a very expensive area, because it's the home of Walmart. All these companies, Tyson Foods, are right here. So right here where we live is very expensive. It's getting too expensive, so we don't like living here anymore. And yes, it's a very nice house. We had it built while we were overseas because we were going to use it as rental property. But it's a nice house, but we want a little bit more elbow room. We're learning the older we get what we want. And yes, If this house was on a bigger piece of land, then okay. And in warmer weather where we can go fishing. I'm stuck in the winter here too much. I heard of the Panhandle from movies, yes. Where is that? It sounds awesome. Sunny all year round. Well, it's not quite sunny all year round. Tim is in the house. Everybody say hello to Tim. Thank you for coming in. Everybody say hello to each other, by the way. Bird is back. Thank you for coming in. Any plans for Easter holiday coming up Friday? No, no plans whatsoever. No, none at all. Cricket is back. Thank you for coming back, Cricket. How are you? So everybody say hello to each other. That's important to do. So no plans for that. So the next house we get, well, we're hoping to have a larger house. It's probably going to be an older house on a bigger piece of land because we realize that we like to spend a lot of doors gardening and doing things like that. And we want a little bit more privacy. So it's kind of give and trade. So we won't get to have this type of house. We'll get a different type and we'll make it as nice as possible. But it's more important to us now to have great outdoor space, some privacy, warm weather, good fishing, and being out of debt and being in a place that's more affordable. Chris is back. Hello, everybody. Did you guys say hello to Bird? Let's see. Tim, I'm not good today. What's wrong, Tim? The air quality index is kicking my butt. What's going on? Is it the volcano? No one making fun of you, mate. Nope, nobody's making fun of you, Cricket. Do you know what the word random means? Tim says hello to everybody. Thank you, Tim. Tim, do you ever take an inhaler? You know, because I know there's times in the Philippines, you know, I have breathing issues, right? Lung failure. And when they were, after the Typhoon Odette, they were burning all the trees and crap and garbage. I get the air quality hitting me rough in the Philippines. Are you wearing a mask? Pat's in the house. Everybody say hello to Pat. Pat, I was thinking about you today. Do you need a lot of restaurants also in a new place? Well, we like restaurants, you know. We like to go to restaurants and eat. You know, we eat at home a lot because it's cheaper. But I believe in taking my wife out and eating and having you know what I mean? I like to do that. And we like to have new restaurants, different restaurants. We like to sit outdoors and eat sushi and seafood, that type of thing. So yeah, we like the mom and pop restaurants. Just poor air quality. But it's okay. So it's not mask isn't going to help. It's going to restrict your breathing. I guess tell your wife I quit seeing this channel too much bully here. Cricket, nobody's bullying you. All right? Nobody bullied you. You're always welcome at the channel. But if you don't want to be here, I understand. And that's on you. We're not going to beg you to stay. But we're happy that you come. But that's on you. You're a human. You're responsible for what you do. But if that's what you want, I'll tell my wife that you won't be around anymore. Did you tried any? Oh yeah, we like Indian food. Yeah, we like Indian food. We've had Indians cook us Indian food. We like Indian food. Now, it has to be. No, Galactic's not making fun of you. He thought you were being a troll because of what you were telling him. So he put you in timeout for a little bit. So just relax. Life is too short to be bent out of shape. Yes, me too, Brother David. I was thinking of you and Lorelei today. Yeah, I got to remind me, Pat, to remind you, to remind me, Pat, remind me to tell you what I was remembering about you. I don't know. Give me hell, I don't know. Hi, Tim. How are you doing, brother? Yes, I wasn't telling him that. I know you. I know. Cricket, it's okay, brother. That's right. Breathe. Breathe. Life is too short, Cricket. Just relax and join the chat and get back involved. You're all right. So you're all right, man. Pat, I will be good soon. Good. That's good. Our air quality here is pretty rough because one, all the pollen is everywhere, and the winds are so strong. Man, we're suffering here. Bird. Oh, Pat's first. Let me get to Pat here. Hey guys, brother, I missed you. Yes, yes, yes. You guys are East Coasters. Your wife also wants to go to restaurants, or she cooks at home. We both cook at home, and we have parties here. But it's nice sometimes to go to a restaurant and have somebody do all of that for you. So she likes to go, and I like to go because she likes to go. And it's nice to try different food. We like to go to restaurants where we've never been and see what they're all about and see their food, stuff like that. It's kind of a entertainment in a sense. Hey Pat, my friend, how are you? How about everybody else? Does anybody else like going? Let me see. All right. Gus, hello, Pat, my friend. I'm doing good. Normally it's about 30. Today it's 60. Okay. The index of the air quality. All right, let me get caught up. So am I caught up on everybody? All right. So let me try to tell Pat. Pat, my wife and I went to Walmart. We had to go to the heart doctor. I had to go to the heart doctor for a device checkup. If you didn't hear about that, I'll talk about that again. But we ran into Walmart, and I'm telling you, I don't know if you guys do this, but I know you're interested in tropical shirts. They had some really nice ones at Walmart for about $12. But here's the other thing I want to tell you. If you guys don't do this, if you don't have the Walmart app, get the Walmart app on your phone, and when you go to the clearance section, scan the tag. Because maybe it's like I bought 2 shirts. Lorelai doesn't understand I have too much clothes. But she found some things on clearance that fits me. She's like, oh, you need to buy these. And I'm just like, crap. So I kind of buy them to make her happy. But what you do sometimes, like if it's $20 and now it's $8, if you scan those, sometimes they ring up for $1 or $2 or 50 cents. That's why you always scan them with your phone and get the app. So we bought some really nice branded shirts for $8 that I can use to go fishing in. So go to Walmart is my point. They have some nice tropical shirts that should fit you for about $12. So I'll get you one. And then send me a picture of it. Because I looked through my stuff again and I just don't have anything that would fit you, or I would send you a shirt. Oh, Bird, that's a great question. We have a Target here, but we don't go to Target. I do think they probably have some better quality stuff than Walmart, but Walmart is definitely cheaper. And we buy everything on clearance. We're cheap. We're cheap people. So, yeah, the goldfish? Yeah, they are. They're fancy goldfish. See? And I do think there's one Molly in there. Yeah, I know you can't find your pant size, but I'm talking about a shirt. Tim says, I don't have a Target or a Walmart here. Yeah, I don't know about pants. I just know about shirts. I don't necessarily like... Okay, you guys are going to think this is silly. But to help to answer that question, I personally don't like Target. One thing I didn't like was was the whole manipulation of small children to wear I didn't like the whole baby should be wearing rainbow stuff for the LGBTQ transgender stuff. I didn't like that. But the real reason I don't like Target is I don't like the color red. I don't like being around that much red. I know this is silly, but I personally do not like being around that much red, and there's too much red at a Target. That's also why we would never go on a Virgin cruise ship, because it's nothing but red. And I can't do that. That triggers me. So that's partly why I do not go to Target. Galactic Hawk says, Macy's is expensive. It is. Macy's is overrated, I think. It's true they grow to the size of their surrounding. Yes, they do. They do. And they only live about 3 years. They only got a life cycle about 3 years. Pat, you're not cheap, you're thrifty. Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. That sounds better than being a cheapskate. But yeah, I'm probably not a cheapskate because I give a lot of money away and I do a lot of things for people. But, when it comes to me, I hate buying myself stuff. I really, really hate it because I'm just like, I don't know. I don't need it. I can live without it. So, we found at Walmart all kinds of shorts and sweatpants and sweatshirts on sale today. And they were my size since I've lost 60 pounds and at a really good price. And Lorelai wanted to buy some. And I'm like, no, look, we don't need them. I got plenty. What am I going to do with all this? So I got you guys all know what a buy-on box is, right? They're just big boxes, like 36 by 36 by 18 or something like that, 36. They're full of clothes that I don't wear. I don't need to buy any more clothes. The only thing I get now that I intentionally get are hats and tropical shirts. That's it. I like Target, not for sure if they're good. I think they got good products. I think their food is fine. I think everything at Target is fine. I just didn't like the whole alphabet soup thing where they were trying to make products about being transgender to children. I didn't like that. I don't like that. And so, but I don't like the color red. After my coma, the color red for some reason kind of it doesn't trigger me, but I don't like it. I don't want to be around a lot of red color. So that's kind of that. Yeah, put up the summer sale and sell all of that clothing. Well, we've been planning on that, but we just don't ever get around to it. We also have a buying box full of children's clothing that we bought at Walmart, brand new for 25 cents an outfit. We got it all separated and bagged up. We just need to get, you're right. I need to get my crap together and get some of this out of my house. Because we got a lot of children's clothes that I could sell probably for a couple $100 that we didn't pay $100 for. You're right. All right, Pat. Thank you for that. I need to clean out my closet and dressers. Yes. Transient is confusing to me. Galactic Gaming. Yeah. I'm just not one of these woke people. I do believe that everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do. But what you don't have the right to do is to force me to believe in your delusions. And that's where I stand on this. I don't care what you do to your body, but don't try to force me to support your delusion, your fantasy, your lifestyle. Even whether you're white and you're racist, don't expect me to support you. I don't care if you're white and you believe that frogs are gods. Don't expect me to support that. You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. Pat says, true. I mean, like down to the molecule level, like how does the brain make you think you're... Oh, I think that's a great question. And boy, let me tell you, that is digging deep down into this. Okay, and I'm going to say this. I do think the brain chemistry of people when they're born can be messed up, for lack of a better word. Any fans in the house? Everybody said hello to Anyfin. Thank you for coming in. He's driving and listening. So I do think when we're born, we can be wired incorrectly, simply put. But I think that's a very, 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 very small percentage of the population. I believe most of these people that think they're not in the right body or whatever it is being influenced by environmental conditions, whether it's mom, dad, sister, cousin, brother, the TV, the president saying it's okay to do it, whatever it may be. They are just being, because you got to remember, when you're under, 24, 25, your brain hasn't developed all the way yet. So you can easily manipulate young people to believe shit. I'm telling you. Because I've done it. I had fun with it. I had a friend that had 2 little girls. And they're great kids. Now they're old. But at one time, I made them think that, and they thought this for years and believed it, that Teflon tape, like for plumbing, was super magical tape that could heal wounds like nothing else. Because that's what I told them. If you tell a small child, hey, look, it's okay to be gay. Well, if it's okay to be gay, then maybe I'm gay. If it's okay to change my gender, then okay, maybe that's what it is. So that's where I think it's an environmental conditioning. Yeah, and Galactic, you're right. It's brainwashing. I call it environmental conditioning, whether it's household environment or whatever. All right, agree with me? Anything? Did you lose your pee? What? What happened? He lost his pee? What do you mean he lost his pee? How do you lose your pee? I don't ever lose my pee. I know exactly where my pee goes. So, Jim says, I know a few transgenders. I will ask them. Okay. And I do believe that people truly believe this. I do. But I think it's because the wires are crossed in their development. I know a lot of people believe it because they've been told that it's okay and that's what you should do. Here's the other thing I believe. A lot of these people in this group are there so that they can be a part of something. Have you, look, and you guys may kill me for this on the internet, all right? But I'm okay with that. Have you noticed that most of the people, the woke people that are demanding all these, that boys can play in girls' sports and go in the, have you not noticed that the majority of these people are ugly people? I know that's bad of me to say, but to me they're ugly. They're gross. But they don't have a niche. They don't have a group, a clique that they fit in when they're younger. So they latch on to this. They go, oh, here's my group. I'll just say that I'm gay or that I'm really a he or I'm really a him or I'm non-binary. So now I can have a group. I can have friends. I can be a part of something. That's the majority of these young people. They're wanting to belong to something because they have nothing in their life. And that's because of lacking family values and good environmental conditioning in their households as they're brought up. Pat says, oh, fishing pole. Oh, did he lose his fishing pole earlier? I didn't get to watch. I hate it. I lost a really nice fishing pole once and it pissed me off. Fishing pole, all right, buddy. Cricket's back. Hey, I'm back. Good to see you. Where'd you go? What happened to you, man? I hope you're in a good mood today, Cricket. Thank you for being here. Pat, I was meaning, David, I thought Anyfin lost his pole. All right. He didn't lose his pole, he said. All right. I was really worried that, because Anyfin's a great guy and has a great YouTube channel. Really, really good. I was hoping he didn't lose his pee, because when our bladder starts to go, we're getting old. So, us old people got to keep up with our bladders. So, sorry, brother. No, it's all right, Pat. It's good, man. It's what we do. Cricket says the kid called Galactic Gaming timed you out again for 3 minutes. All right. Well, Cricket, just don't stress. Galactic is a good guy, just like you are. So just rest. Don't worry about it. You're all right. We appreciate you being here. Pat says, my AI phone messing me up typing. It's all right, man. I get it, man. 3 more times, not 3 minutes. All right. Well, you're all right, Cricket. I'll tell Galactic, as long as you're being nice and all the people with blue know, one, they can drop their link to their channel anytime they want, and two, they know to be conservative with putting people in timeout. The problem is people are trying to separate others by putting everyone in groups. So mislabeling happens. Absolutely. You're right. The problem is the powers to be want us all to fight each other. The powers to be want to get us over here, this group there. They want us fighting with each other because that makes us distracted to what they're doing. That's what that is, and you're right, Tim. I think he likes it just fine, Cricket. Everybody likes Cricket. But I guess I can't talk about... Well, I guess not. I think the key is he doesn't believe that you have a channel with 5.2 million people on it. But, so Tim, I agree with you. And humans want to belong. You know what I mean? Humans want to have a clique, a clan, a group to be a part of. They want something. That's why we have team sports. So that's a big part of it. Here's what I think about these people that are, let's say, under 30. When they're 50 and 20 more years, they're going to be going, what in the living hell did I do to myself when I was in my 20s? A lot of them are not going to be happy with themselves. Yep, it all started about the year 2008. I agree, buddy. I agree. Little dude thinks I'm trolling. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I know who Pat God is. I thought you were joking about being him, but if you're trying to be serious, then that's just very odd. Just stop saying you're Pat God. It's as simple as that. There you go. So I have no clue who Pat God is. I've never heard of it. And if it's a channel that insults people, talks shit about people, I don't like that. So I don't go to those. I don't go to negative channels. I try not to go to my negative channels. I try to keep this one from being negative, even though we talk about serious things at times. A lot of times we joke and kid, and it's all a bunch of crap in the garbage. But a lot of times we have serious conversations. But I don't like the channels that bash other people or other channels. I just don't. I don't think it's necessary. I think that behavior is belittling to the individual. I think what you're doing when you attack people all the time shows that, one, you're immature, you're insecure, and you're afraid people aren't going to like you. That's what those type of channels do. Nobody's mad at you. And I'm definitely not sad. Cricket, as you get older, you're going to find that you got to take things with a grain of salt, and you got to let water roll off your back just like a duck. So don't sweat it. Nobody is better than anybody else. That's correct. That's correct. Now, I had a weird dream the other day about that, because I watch a lot of politics, and maybe that's why. But I had a weird dream about who was going to, I was in court, I was a witness, and an attorney was asking me over and over and over, can I be fair? Can I be fair? And I remember saying, well, I think everybody's full of shit. You're full of shit, the judge is full of shit, the jury, we're all full of shit because we're all the same. Weird little dream. God backwards is dog. We have 2 dogs. You're right, Cricket. God is better and perfect. That's right. So, so it was a weird dream. And then, but but everybody shits. It's kind of like, and I'm not a military guy, but there's a lot of I've heard it repeated in movies that the latrine is the most important thing when military moves into an area, because everybody, including the general, has to take a dump, right? So it's kind of like we're all common. You got to pull your pants down and do your thing no matter who you are. So that's, you know what I mean. You're right, Cricket. One dog, XD. Dogs are good. I got 2 winter dogs. I like them. Sanders, if you're still in the house back in the background, we got 12 people watching. Thank you all for that. Thank you all for the thumbs up. If you're hanging out in the background watching about what in the hell we're talking about, come on in, drop a note, and let us know who you are. We had a very lovely lady here. If you want, let me do that. You guys all subscribe to each other. And if you go back up into the chat, Lisa's channel is up there. She has a great channel. I would encourage you to go subscribe to her channel too. Subscribe to Tim's, Galactic Gaming. Everybody, subscribe to everybody. Chill for what? Maybe he wants you to enjoy your winter months. That is for health and cleanliness. Right. But, I don't remember the saying from the military, Tim, because, I've never been, but I've heard it in movies. There's a saying they say that says we're all equal because we're all, you probably heard it, Tim. The crapper. Dennis is in the house. Do you know why the toilet is nicknamed the crapper? Yes. The guy that invented it, last name was Crapper, right? I researched this. Tell me, Dennis. Tell me, because now I'm getting it mixed up with some other stuff I know. But I thought the guy that invented it last name was Crapper. Or maybe that's the fairy tale. What do you know what you said? You eliminated the chat. Eliminated the chat? The chat? No, if you want to see, just scroll up. And you can find Lisa's channel. Dennis, you would like Lisa's channel, by the way. I'll scroll up there and tell you her channel. Man, my dog. She's a good channel. She comes and supports us. Dennis will like it. Let me find. Anyfin's in the house. You guys he has a great channel, by the way. Shout all of you guys out. What is Lisa's channel called? Lisa's Got Style. It's up there. Very much so. Lisa's Got Style. But it's up in my chat. She has a good channel, guys. And everybody subscribe to Anyfin, please. I know exactly what I said, yes. What was wrong with it? Dennis, yes. Cricket customer mocking God. That's just crazy. Well, okay, let me address that. Cricket, on my channel, whether I believe in God or not, whether I do this, whether I believe that hats are the supreme beings, I respect everybody's thoughts and opinions. So when I do live streams, if you don't believe in God, that's okay. I don't have a problem with anybody's beliefs. I like hearing from people that have different beliefs because that's how we learn and grow in the world. So I don't have a problem with somebody, like that, okay? Yes, my Galactic Gaming. He smite me down with almighty smiter. Crapper improved the toilet. He didn't invent. Okay, that's what it was. I knew he did something with the toilet. I know that. I just couldn't remember what it was, Tim. Little dude ain't funny. It's all right. You guys, Cricket, just relax. Dennis says, yes, Tim, you are correct. Hi, Dennis, brother from Pat. You're right, brother David. I agree. Woohoo! Hi, Pat, and everybody else from Dennis. Dennis is our longest surviving member. Not subscriber, but member. So, but Dennis, I was thinking you might like her channel. So, the term piss poor comes from, I thought it was, I'm too poor. Wait. Piss poor comes from not having a pot to piss in, right? That's where that comes in. Not, I'm piss poor because I don't have a pot to piss in. Cricket, you're a joy to be around. Stick around, buddy. I never said wasn't, okay? Don't even have a pot to piss in, correct. Woohoo! Oh my God, my dog. Yes, close, but that is second. Okay, what's the first? All right, gaming, just leave Cricket alone. just, just leave him alone. He'll be fine. Remember, he's a kid. So remember, he's just a kid. No, its piss was sold to the tannery. So they sold piss to the tannery, and I get why they would use piss in a tannery. I get that. I didn't know that, Dennis. Piss poor was because piss was actually sold to fertilize companies and also to the Really, I did not know that, guys. Last time out, I promise. All right. Then worse than no. Then worse than no pot to piss in. To smooth the leather. Yeah, I can understand that. The acidity in the pee, I can kind of see, I can get all that, but I didn't know that about it being sold. I really didn't. That's great news. What part of the world did that happen in? Was that Europe, Indonesia, Ireland? That's interesting. Huh. Did they do that with the poo? I hope not. Have you seen how they do bathrooms in old castles? Isn't that just this modern, just disgusting? Or how the Romans, what blows me away, and I don't want to get too graphic or too gross, but what blows me away, like in Roman bathrooms, if you've seen this, it was like an open trough where you and your buddies all just kind of come and hang out together. It's kind of like, ew, you know what I mean? Ew, I don't want to take a crap with a bunch of you guys. So, kind of weird, right? You know what I mean? I don't want to do that, but. Wow, yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Wow. Hey, here's something you don't know. I've actually made artificial pee. I've actually made artificial pee. Back when I was teaching and I ran the laboratories, I did a lot of chemistry stuff. That's probably why I'm so sick, because I was around chemicals so much. But one of the things that we did for the anatomy and physiology classes, my staff did, because I ran the laboratory. What I did was I was a full-time teacher, and I took on extra money to be the laboratory manager because I'm greedy. And I had people working under me, but there's times for the anatomy and physiology class, I think it was level 2, we would make artificial pee. And you can buy it in a container. You put distilled water with it, you heat it up, and you make urea, you make pee. The ammonia coming, that helps. Yep. And there's not a lot of ammonia in pee, but there is ammonia in pee. So, yeah, we'd get it in a powder form, mix it up, and I don't remember exactly how we did it. It's been so many years ago. But we'd make artificial pee. And then what the students would do is do fake tests, like pregnancy tests. We'd had all these tests that react to pee, right? And then we can manipulate the pee, and the students can learn about what this meant. So that's kind of what we did with it. But yeah. Well, and Tim, the ammonia is why they say you should never clean your bathroom with bleach, because bleach and ammonia don't mix. It creates a very toxic gas that can kill you. So I think it's ammonia chloride gas. So, but it will kill you. So you can't mix ammonia and bleach together. If you guys didn't know that, make sure you understand that. Well, there's the professor. Hey, 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 Pack a Baconator, Tim, Pack, Galactic Cricket, Lisa. Good to see y'all all. Thank you for chiming in and thumbsing up. And how are you, buddy? What's going on in your world? How much arm candy are you sporting? Dennis wants to know. So, what's going on over there in the Philippines? Crap, spilled my tea. Good morning from Tim. Ronald, I got some bad news. Not on my membership login. I got some bad news, Ronald. I haven't talked to you in a while, but here's my bad news. Nobody has given me $5 million to buy a beach house in Florida yet. So, Ronald, I'm very sad about that. Ah, yes, 3 and counting. There you go. You're a young man, so you might as well have as many as you can get, my friend. Get as many as you can. So, are you enjoying Tim is having air quality issues where he's at. What's the air quality where you're at? Wait, got mine. Go, Miss Man, go. So I think Dennis said he might fly into the Philippines. Might. I know he's thinking about going to Colombia and Thailand, if I remember right. But he said he may just make a spot into the Philippines if he gets time, I think. But other than that, man, everything's going good. I hope things are going good for you. Ronald, the young-looking man. So, but interesting, right? So yeah, I went to the heart doctor today to have my battery checked. The girl said that I still had 6 months before the battery starts beeping, and I told her that's not good. Better to fly into Clark or Cebu. Absolutely. You don't want to fly into Manila. Hey, is Tate? Hey, sorry, I missed you, Sanders. Tate? Gus Sanders is here, too. Sorry, Tate, I missed you. Sorry. I didn't mean to blow you off there. How are you, Sanders? Hope things are going good for you down in Texas. Ronald, thank you for acknowledging him because I missed him. Is Gus your cousin? Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know you guys were cousins. That's outstanding. He has a wiener dog. Did you know that? Well, you probably do since you're cousins. So Sanders, great to have you, buddy. Everybody go and like and subscribe to Sanders and everybody else. You guys got to help each other out. Brother David, did I give a home address in Facebook? I think you did. I'd have to look. I think you did a while back for something. I think you did. No, Pat. Yeah, I think you sent me your home address. I'm not for sure. No, Pat, don't give. It's like he's saying, "Oh my goodness, never give your home address to David. Never. No, no, no." Ronald did that one time, and he got an Arkansas shirt that was too big for him. Because it's my home address, brother. I think so. I'll have to go back and look, Pat. I think you did. Because, with going back and forth with Joy and all that other stuff. Not here. Yes. Yeah, they've done a lot of work at MacTan Airport. We've seen a bunch of videos on it. It's looking more like Ichon now than before. So, okay, you'll send me it again? All right. Ronald, the air quality index is now 52. How's yours? That's what I was asking Ronald. Are you having any air quality problems? You still have that shirt? Good. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I was telling somebody, you got to go to Walmart and pick up clearance stuff today. I was telling Pat, he wants a tropical shirt, and he's a little bitty feller. So he's going to have to go to Walmart and get one of those small or medium tropical shirts for $12. I don't have anything that small, or I would send him an extra one that I have, because I have a lot of extra tropical shirts. Brother Tim, let me check. Good deal. So, yeah, but yeah, I went to the heart doctor. Here's why I was going to that, remind you. Lady said I got 6 months to go. I said, that's no good. We want to move to Alabama. We'd like to have this changed before we go, or we'd have to drive all the way back up here, spend a week to 10 days here, get it, and then go back to Alabama. So it'd be kind of a hardship. So she turned the juice up today, hoping we could run the battery down faster. So that was nice of her, because I'd like to have this changed in August, but that's going to be a stretch. The procedure is real simple. Why it takes a week to 10 days is for them to take out the stitches. But you're literally, and I'm going to do a video on it when it happens. It's an outpatient thing. You go in, they cut you open, they pull it out. They do put me under. They plug the new one in and sew me back up, send me home with no restrictions. So I'm like, well, that's great. I was thinking, oh, great, then I can just drive back to Alabama if I had to, the next day. But she's like, no, we want you to come back so that we can look at the wound. I'm like, crap. Someone knows small blue jeans, 31, 32, double rows. Oh, let Brother David know I'm a small frame pants. Have you, Pat, have you looked at like Helping Hands and Goodwill stores? So you might have some luck there. You might, and I know you're small, you might have to buy children's stuff. When Lorelai first came to America, she was buying kids' clothes. So, but now she buys adult clothes, but, because she's, But when she first got here, she was, we bought a whole bunch of stuff at Kohl's, and there was all the petite stuff. And some of it was children's clothing, like teenage clothing. So maybe you need a teenager's. Go to the teenager section. They don't have your size? All right. Yeah, I got a feeling, Pat, your best bet is when you go to the Philippines, buy you 5 or 10 pairs and bring them back with you. Tim, it's 52 here also. All right. Now, Ronald, you're not anywhere close to the volcano, are you? Yeah, that's the best thing to do, I think. For somebody your size, your build, this is what I would do. James in the house. Everybody say hello to James. Subscribe to James. Hey, David. Hi, Pat. Professor. Everybody say hello to everybody. Nope. Okay, good. Volcano's not anywhere near you. So, James, thank you for coming in and supporting the channel, buddy. I was thinking about you the other day, too. Lorelai and I were talking about you, believe it or not. Ronald, it was 60. At 60 air quality, not degrees, temperature, air quality at 6 a.m. So, Tim, that means it's improving. Hey, James. Yeah, we were talking about you the other day, James. Lorelai and I was. I don't remember what it was, why we were talking about you, but we were talking about you, by the way. I don't know. She may have been talking about how picky you are about women or something. I can't remember. But we were talking about you, buddy. So, hey, James. Ouch, Tim. Yeah, a little high there. Well, it's springtime here, Ronald, and you know how it is. And our air quality is The volcano is far from Angeles City area. Okay, all right. Yeah. I can't remember, to be honest, where everything is in the Philippines, what the islands are, I struggle with some of that sometimes. So it's kind of like, when we were living there, I'm like, do we have a street map? Well, no. Well, how the hell do you get around? Maybe Flora might know where I can buy blue jeans my size, brother. Maybe. I know she lives up by you. Maybe she does. Yeah, I just don't know. Have you looked online? Have you Googled it like at Amazon? You know, Google. James. Sorry, Pat. Let me see if I can describe this. Let me see if I can do an experiment. All right, we're going to try an experiment. So let's pretend that this is a pair of pants. All right? Because Pat needs pants. So we're going to pretend that this is a pair of jeans. Everybody, you can laugh all you like. And you want them to be 31, 32. So let's say you get a 34. Well, my grandmother taught me years ago that you could simply pinch, fold, and sew the waistband to make it smaller. So you just take it, fold it to the size you need, stitch it in place on your hip, not in front or back, but on the hip, and you can make them smaller that way. David, I wouldn't be surprised if the Chinese manufacturers start building companies in the Philippines. They, like the other countries, to get around tariffs. Right. Well, Japan's done that in Thailand and Malaysia. They built factories in those back about 10 years ago, and they have been getting around the tariffs. But now, all these other countries, and look, and that's okay, right? I guess. I have to use Google Maps or just Google, yes. Well, there you go. Why don't we ask? Yeah, Ronald was a freaking tailor. Ronald, Pat needs pants. Pat, what size of pants do you need? Was I correct about what my grandma said to do? Was I right, Ronald? Was that correct? That's what my grandma, when I lost weight, when I was a fat kid, because now I'm just a fat adult, but when I was a kid, I was really big, But when I was like 12, 13, my grandmother, they had to get pants, and they would get hand-me-downs, and sometimes they'd be too big for me. So she would pinch and sew to make them smaller, and then as I got fatter, they could cut them open, and release it. So Ronald, what's your opinion? James is yeah, so I think things are going good. El Salvador was here today. I watched that interview. That was pretty funny. El Salvador is kissing our ass like nobody's business. I mean, he is, he's pro-America now, 100 million%. He's like, they asked him about bringing that guy back, and he's like, I am not doing it. Said, I'm not bringing a terrorist to the American, he's like, the crazy reporters are going, oh, how horrible that we kicked that guy out he was illegal, who went to El Salvador, and now he's in prison in El Salvador, and some stupid judges want him to come back. But El Salvador apparently is like, no, we're going to do business with the United States. 31, 32. So 31 waist and 32 length, right? Am I getting that? Or are you talking about the waist? So 32 length is pretty tall, right? Inseam. All right, let me see. Sent me a photo. All right. He's trying to figure out where to buy them at, Ronald. David, Pat wants to take the easy way out, not to look for a tailor. Good suggestion. Not too bad of a suggestion, huh? Messenger. Well, let me see. I'm not seeing anything from you. Maybe it's going to take a minute to get to me. I don't have a picture from you. I'm pulling you up, but I don't have anything. Tim, I don't even know what my clothing size is. Well, that's me, but when we were at Walmart today, Lorelai found these shirts. They're kind of like a pullover without a hoodie. But I think they're a pullover with a hoodie, no pocket. They're really lightweight. I like them for fishing. But she found those on clearance, and she's like, "Oh, these will fit you." And I'm like, "I don't know." So I tried one on, and it fits, and made her happy. All right, you'll send me a picture. I got you. I will. Professor says, same here. He's 29-inch waist. Wow. And he's 30, and 32 is the inseam, right? Or are you talking about 29 to 32 waist? Because isn't the inseam what's really important? Tim, you say, forget about my clothing size. I don't care anymore. Yeah, you're in the Philippines. All you need is some shorts with drawstrings, and you're good. A couple of T-shirts and, a couple of wife beater shirts. You're good, buddy. Do you have the trouser pants or for women? So trouser pants are for women. Maybe, and that's what, well, maybe you could find girl pants. Is that kind of what you mean? If you got a really thin waist, you need to find girl pants? I'm asking, I don't know, I'm confused. James, I have dropped some fat from my belly in the last few years. I'm sure you have, living in the Philippines. Trousers are for men. Pants are for women. I don't know. But I believe you, Ronald. Trousers are for men. Slacks are for men. Slacks are for anybody or just men? What do women wear? I don't know if the clothing size are limited in the Philippines. Well, yeah, the clothing size compared to American sizes don't work, right? But Pat, who's small, can definitely find clothes that would fit him well. Men, okay. Pants are for women. I didn't know that. So, I don't want to buy any pants then, right? I want to buy trousers. Trousers or slacks is what I want to buy. So I'm no longer going to buy pants because that means I'm a woman. And I don't want to identify as a woman. So it's kind of, funny. When I was at Walmart today, right, I told Laura, I said, I don't think this thing would fit me. She's like, well, go to the dressing room and try it on. And I make Lorelai go with me because I don't want any of the women at Walmart or wherever the hell I'm at, where the dressing rooms are, to think I'm a creep or I'm kind of very scared. So I make Lorelai go with me, and she asked the lady, Lorelai asked the lady, is this the men's or the women's changing room? And the lady said, it's both. And I said, oh, thank God. I didn't want to have to identify as a woman just to try this shirt on. So might have to get some jeans for my vacation. Yes. You need some slacks. Jeans are for both sexes. Capri pants are not capri trousers. Capri pants, not capri trousers. So capri pants are women, because I would never wear capri pants. I wear capri shorts. Do I wear capri shorts? Are those safari shorts? The ones that are khaki? What are those called? The shorts that are khaki. Are they safari shorts or are they khaki? I don't know. Okay, so that's right. Okay, see, so capri shorts. Capri pants are the ones that come up above the ankle too, right? Cargo shorts. Thank you. Cargo shorts. Thank you. I got a bunch of those. I don't wear them, but I got a bunch. For a point of reference, What I really like are the Wrangler shorts that Walmart sells. They are super tough. You can get them soaking wet. They dry easily. They last forever. They got a lot of good pockets that can hold things that don't fall out. But you can get them muddy, dirty, and I mean the fabric is probably something like polyester or something. But if you sweat in them, they dry. Back to Pat. Pat, men wear cargo shorts. That's right. So the women that are wearing cargo shorts are identifying as men. We're still screwing with that. So, same here, yes. All right. So, that's crazy. So, yes, Pat. What Pat is looking for, he says, he's looking for jeans. Ah, all right. So this picture that you sent me are what fits you, right? And so this is a pair of Wranglers looking like at Walmart. Here's, Pat, if you don't mind, I'll show everybody the tag. This is the tag of Pat's pants. This is what he's looking for. Next time I go to Walmart, Pat, I will definitely check my Walmart to see if they have this size, okay? I don't think they do, but I will check. Because you got to remember, we're all fat people in this part of the country. Yes, they don't have my size in Columbus. Okay, I'll check I will. We go to Walmart every weekend, and I'll put it on my phone list, my Walmart list, the things I look for, and I'll look for you, I promise. Tim says, Ronald, I couldn't afford to have slacks or jeans custom made. Boy, me either. I had a set of barongs custom made, a purple one and the one I got married in, the white one. I had those custom made, and boy, they cost me a freaking fortune. But I love them. I could probably wear them. Hey, Ronald, did you know I lost weight? Can you tell? I'm small frame. Yeah, Pat's small. So I have my lab coats custom made, but I've had a couple barongs made. I thought about having another one made, but I don't know what I would use it for. Tim, you know me, you can. Yes. Yeah, Ronald can do it. You can just have him do it. Hey, thinking of clothing, we talked about this earlier, but Ronald, we talked about this the other day. I've lost about 60 pounds, right? So some of my favorite tropical shirts, Hawaiian shirts, whatever you want to call them, my favorite ones can't fit me anymore. They're too big. So I've had to put them in storage, But I'm really sad that some of my favorites won't, they're like, they're too gigantic. They look bad if you try to wear them. So I'm digging out some of my smaller ones and starting to get those out. So I'll be happy again. But, thank you, Ronald. I've lost 60 pounds. David, on Google since 1947, Wrangler has been a genuine source of comfortable jeans in Western apparel. They have. But Walmart carries Wrangler shorts. I'm telling you, you can go swimming in them, jump out of the water. They dry really quick. The boys, if you know what I mean, they air out nice and easily. I'm telling you, they're tough as nails. These are for like $20. I get them on sale for like $6 during the winter. They're really good. Hey, I just got back from a soccer game. Lawson says he just got back from soccer. You lost, well, if you lost, you didn't try hard enough. No, thank you for being here, Lawson. Thank you for the thumbs up. Ronald and I might have to put you to work. Sure, he'll do it. That'd give him something to do in the Philippines. That'd be good. Lawson says he lost his soccer game 2-1 because he was too busy flirting with all the cheerleaders. So he didn't have time to pay attention on where to the soccer game and do a good job. I know what happens, man. You don't gotta explain it. I know what happens. But yeah, kind of sad, Ronald. But I was looking at some old photos today of like one of the cruises Lorelai and I took, and I had some of my really nice shirts on, and I should be able to wear those again. For your shirts, yes. Yeah, I think Tim mentioned, hey, the next time I go to the Philippines, I could bring the shirts over there and have them tailored down. Because, in America, it'd probably cost me $1,000 to have one shirt tailored down. So for now, they're just all grouped together, hanging in the closet. But I got a lot of other nice shirts, so I'll just break them out and start wearing them. But I like Hawaiian shirt, tropical shirt. I need to get more hats. I need to get more watches. I need to get more hats. I got a couple new hats. Oh, Ronald, I got a hat that you would really like. You want to see the hat I would really like? I don't know where it is. When I bought the hat, Ronald, I thought of you. I thought, man, this would look smoking good on Ronald. I really did. We were in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Dillard's outlet store in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I got a couple of hats and a bunch of tropical shirts on clearance. You have your junkie sewing machine there? Wow. Lorelai wanted a sewing machine, so we have a sewing machine and all the accessories and even some books in a box, buried. Let's see it. All right. You guys, here, I'll move. I got to go get it. So here, let me zoom in and let you guys look at the fish tank for a minute. Would that be all right? That way you have something to look at. You're all right, Puka. Watch out. All right, I'm coming back, everybody. Be prepared. Coming back. Yes, factory stores are good. Yeah, we used to have a Levi Strauss here. All right, here's the hat. I'll put it on in a second. But I didn't have a light tan flat cap. So, Ronald, I really did. I saw this and went, man, this hat would look good on Ronald. So you can see how it's kind of like corduroy, but it's not. Has a really nice back buckle. This hat at Dillard's, believe it or not, the price tag for this hat at Dillard's was like $68. $68 for this hat at Dillard's. I paid $6 for it on clearance. So when I thought of you, I thought, man, this would look really good on Ronald. But I have a lot of tan shirts, and I didn't have any tan flat caps. Just black, blue, gray, So I wanted this one really bad. You like that one? Good. Yeah, see? I know, Ronald. I got you covered, buddy. I like it. This is my my everyday flat cap, black, Levi black, My other ones I save and try to take good care of, so I look good when I wear them. You're looking good in it. You rock it. That's it, right? Rock it, baby, rock it. Rock it, baby, rock it. But yeah, we went to the Dillards and I got some beautiful shirts and a couple of hats. I got another hat, a straw hat. I don't know where that is either. What I need to do, Lorelai needs like a closet that's like a double car garage size. She needs her own closet. I need a way to store and hang up store all of my fedoras. Flat caps are easy. But I need a system that's manageable for storing all of my fedoras. If anybody has a suggestion about how to do that, just let me know. So yeah, because I saw that hat and I had a couple of cream-colored shirts that I knew it'd go with. So a box. Well, I know, but you know, I got like 20 of them. 25. I got 25 fedoras and about 10 of these. So, you know what I mean? How do you store 25 fedoras? You know what I mean? Kind of have a problem. I kind of have a problem, Ronald. Well, yeah, 25 boxes, right? So, where would I put the 25 boxes? Would I need to take a picture of each hat and then print it out and put it on the box like a label so I know which one it is? You know, maybe that would work, right? When we finally move and we get a really place to live, I may build a custom shelf, you know, that puts one fedora in each little shelf. I don't know, but I feel like I'm a drug addict, you know. Between hats and tropical shirts and watches, I kind of feel like I'm a drug addict. You know what I mean? If you like hats, Brother David, we have the same taste. Nice. Yeah. Oh, I love hats. You've seen a bunch of the fedoras. Come on, Daisy. Come here. My dogs are having a staring contest. Come here. Hurry. Come on. Hurry. I ain't got all day to wait. Ugh. All right, everybody say hi to Daisy. Daisy, the heart dog. Daisy is the one that has the heart failure. Cool. So everybody say hi to Daisy. All right, go lay down. So yeah, I mean, I got a problem. I got a problem. But I don't want to give my problem up. I don't want to go cold turkey, whatever you call that. The best place to store them is a cheap Walmart closet. A Walmart closet? A Walmart closet. A Walmart closet. Walmart, I'm going to look that up. A Walmart closet. I know I keep repeating myself. Just smack me. Let's see if we can find something. You mean, well, they are cheap. You mean something like that, Ronald? Something like that, maybe? It's only 38 bucks. That's pretty cheap. I wonder if they got one for hats, just for hats. Well, here's the problem, Ronald. If I buy one of these, you know what's going to happen, right? Oh, look at this, Ronald. Look at this, everybody. Oh, I have those. Never mind. If I bought something like that for myself, Ronald, you know what's going to happen is Lorelai's going to compensate it. She's going to take it as her own. She's going to go, oh, I see. Yeah, she'll take it over. She will. I mean, I don't have anything in the master bedroom closet at all. There's none of my clothes in there at all. The closet in her office is where all of my clothes is, but that closet, I only get half of it because her overfill is in that closet, and then our hallway closet also has an overfill of her stuff. So I get this much space. I've had to give up, I got a dresser. I had to give up my drawers, not my pants, not my trousers, but I had to give up my dresser drawers so that she could put her stuff in there. I mean, I've had to pack my stuff down. So put your foot down so you can put your hats down. Yes. Oh, come on. You know how it is. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. But when we move and we finally get settled to our permanent house, which is what we're trying to do in the next year, we're trying to get to the point where we have a house that we're going in America. Now, the one in the Philippines is a different story, that we're going to live in pretty much forever. We're looking for the right yard, the right location in Alabama or Florida, but Alabama. More than likely, that will suit our needs, and or if we, and I've told Lorelai this, she kind of cringes, but I've told her, we can buy a small, on a big lot in a good area, a kind of a smaller house, save a bunch of money, turn right around and get a contractor and build a wing onto the house. Because if the lot's big enough, you can now add a brand new master bedroom, master laundry room, master closet, make it all handicapped accessible for me. And we could spend maybe another $100,000 to do that. So you buy a house for 100 to 150, you put 150 grand, 100 grand in it, and you're debt free and you're good to go. So, who knows? But I've told her that and she's kind of like, I think it's a good thing. Because the other most important thing that we need in our life is a laundry room. I mean, a room, not a tiny place where your laundry unit is. I need a big room. So, but, because one thing I've thought about with a lot of the older houses we've looked at, right, is hopefully, we've looked at a lot. So let's say if the master bedroom is here, right, you got a master bedroom, maybe there's a secondary bedroom right here next to it that has a closet. What I've thought about doing is ripping out that closet and cutting a doorway into it from the master bedroom, and turning that whole entire bedroom into a Mac Daddy woman closet like you couldn't believe for Lorelai. All of her stuff, a dressing table, racks, places for the shoes. I mean, everything in one whole bedroom. And then I could take the little closet for myself. So I think that's a good thing. It's one of the things I'm looking for when we look for a house is a big laundry room or laundry area so I can work. And two, and two, a big closet for Lorelai. Well, the man cave is going to be the sunroom and my office. So I'll take because we don't have kids and we really don't have visitors that spend the night with us anymore. You spend the night at our house once and once only, and you never come back. So yeah, I turned the office kind of into the man cave, but my dream is to have a very nice big outdoor living space is where I would spend the majority of my time, watching TV, hanging out with the dogs, reading, doing David stuff, out there in a big sunroom, screened-in porch type area. That's my dream. Big patio. I'm working on my dirty kitchen right now, everybody. So this weekend I got to tell you a story. Can I tell you guys a story? I know I can. All right. Let me get this pulled up. But I got to tell you a story. So James, Professor, no man cave before Dave yet. Yeah. Well, look, James and everybody, I forego a man cave if it means Lorelai gets what she wants and we have a good laundry room, because that just gives me peace. You know, that makes my living conditions peaceful to give Lorelai what she wants. So, but but we're working on the dirty kitchen. I'm making a dirty kitchen outside, even though we're going to leave here, where my barbecue grill is and the sink and the pizza thing and all that crap, right? So I got a buddy coming over tomorrow. We're going to be building a 4-foot by 12-foot addition to the patio, and that's where the dirty kitchen's going to sit, the barbecue grill and stuff, the sink. Well, this weekend we went to Lowe's, and you guys all know that I have good days and bad days, and I use a mobility scooter because I just can't walk that far. My legs are so bad, and my heart, of course. So Lorelai's with me. We go to Lowe's to get these supplies we need for this, and we got to buy 7 bags of Quickcrete or concrete mix. I was going to get the 60-pound ones instead of the 80-pound ones because, 60 is 20 lighter than 80. And I'm going to tell you a story, and this is, and I don't know why this happened, but I'm trying to get the first bag off of the rack. It's about this high. It's only 60 pounds, but I was struggling because I guess I'm old now. And some guy who's about 35 years old, who's probably a foot taller than me, comes by and he's like, hey, can I help you with that? I mean, I'd be happy to do it. Because I guess he saw that this old fat guy in a scooter and this little bitty Asian girl is trying to move this Quickcrete. And I said, I don't know. And Lorelai chimes in and said, yeah, you can help us. Because, us men, I didn't want to admit that I couldn't do it, even though I couldn't do it. I was trying, but I couldn't do it. But, so he loaded 7 60-pound bags of Quickcrete on our cart for us. Can you believe that? Some stranger walking up and down the aisle, buying supplies for projects he's doing, decided to help us. I mean, I was embarrassed that I couldn't do it myself. But after I thought about it, I said, man, this world isn't crap. People aren't horrible in this world. We still have really good and kind people in this world. And that was just an example of that. Let's see. I see, James, you can make the laundry room about 200 meters away. Yes. Well, and look, my dream would be to have the laundry room inside of Lorelai's closet so that I can just wash clothes and go hang it up. That's the dream. The Professor James says yes. Hey, Cricket's back. Hey, Pat. Everybody said hello to Cricket. So, peace, buddy. So, you know what I mean? My dream would be to have and see, if we added an addition to a house, that's what I would do. The laundry room would be a mud room, laundry room would be designed right in her closet or right next to it, so that I don't got to drag clothes anywhere. I can just go boop, 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 boop. Cricket says, I'm so happy that Galactic Gaming he's here, he's probably in the background. I will say Galactic Gaming is actually a good guy. He lives overseas, he's a good dude. I promise you, Cricket. He's not a bully. So, it's all right. He's a good guy, and you're a good guy. So, you both are good people. So, just don't sweat the small stuff. The Professor says, hey to you, Cricket. So, just enjoy. Just enjoy and don't worry about things. But that's kind of the dream. Wouldn't it be nice? I mean, because if one thing I've learned being married, and my wife is having an easier time, then my time is better, right? Then I don't have to stress and do as much. So that's where I would build. But, to be honest, down the road, that's one of the reasons we don't want to live here is because of the weather and there's no fishing. But the biggest problem is if we stayed in this house, down this bathroom, our master bathroom, is not going to work for somebody who has disabilities. It is not disability friendly. And to make it that way, I would have to spend $20,000 or $30,000 rearranging the whole entire thing. And we can't do that. So we recognize that down the road that we'll probably have to put a handicap accessible bathroom in. James says, hello to you, Cricket. Hey, James, how are you guys? I just relieved there is a cricket by my name. Okay. For James. Yeah, James is a good guy. James is our very first subscriber in the whole world. So, Professor says, for real. Yeah. So, because I recognize that there will be a coming time, whether it's my heart or my lungs that give out, that I'll need a shower that I can roll into, or that Lorelei can, take care of me in. We'll need a way to get to the toilet that's easy. I recognize these things are going to be here down the road. So when we move, I'm planning for modifying or buying the right house that can satisfy all of those needs. That's why I'm e-begging for $5 million to buy a house in Florida. But nobody's donated $5 million to me yet. Because if I had $5 million, I could buy a house that would accommodate everything I want. But I don't. So but that really is part of my logic in house shopping. Is we got to find a house that's going to serve our needs and or be modified to serve our needs. Cricket says, I was going to donate $5, but this kid at Galactic Gaming didn't let me because he kept putting me in timeout for no reason. All right, well, I don't want your $5. I know $5 is, I appreciate the thought, but I think you should, because I know you work hard to save your money. Maybe use it for school supplies, something that you want. Everything's so expensive now, maybe you could buy one Coke with it. I don't know how much Coke is anymore, but maybe $5 would get you a Coke in America. I don't know, Cricket. We don't buy soda pop anymore. That's why we're losing weight, because we don't drink soda. But I appreciate the offer. I do. I appreciate it more, Now, if you had $5 million you wanted to donate, that's a different story. So we would, work on that one. So, but yeah, we don't buy Coke anymore. We're not buying milk. We've read, Dr. Barry's book, and we've cut a lot of things out. Where I live, I can buy like $5. Okay, Coke with 5 Cokes. Okay, $1 a Coke. Good Coke. That was brought up the other day. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how much it is. I don't even know how much, the smoke is. I don't know how much any of that is. I know gummies are expensive, but I don't know how much any of that is. So, but that's funny. And are you sure that's good? What's the name of the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? No, that's Wall Street. Yeah, that one wasn't about drugs. Wall Street wasn't about drugs. He just did a lot of drugs. He didn't sell drugs, he did drugs. Well, Cricket, don't worry about it. What as you've been on our channel long enough to know that I tell people to focus on themselves and not other things. Don't worry about what other people do. Just focus and worry about yourself. All we can do is control ourselves. We can't control other people, and we can't worry about what other people do. No. When your live stream ends, could you have call me on Facebook? Yeah. Absolutely, Pat. We can do that. I can do that. I'm not going to bed anytime soon tonight, so no problem there. Got to take a smoke break. All right, buddy, be careful. Hey, sorry I had to go for a bit. We lost, but I think I played pretty good. Okay, good. Congratulations. Now look, Lawson, I'm going to tell you right up front, I know nothing about soccer. But what position do you play? I mean, are you? I know a goalkeeper, right, or a goalie. I know that position, but I truly know nothing about soccer. Are you doing a tournament? Are you doing a season? Or is it just for fun? I am getting tired of getting disrespected by people in the chat. Well, Cricket, that's on you. If you feel like you're being disrespected, first let me say I apologize that you feel like you're being disrespected. Because I don't think anybody should feel like they're being disrespected. But one thing I'll tell you, and I tell everybody this, is sometimes you got to have thicker skin and not let things bother you, all right? So what I'm telling you is don't stress. You're stressing over stuff that's not worth stressing. Yeah, Pat's a good guy. Pat's the only one that's a good guy. Pat, did you hear that? You're a good guy. I played in high school. I was a fullback. Well, that's American football. He's talking about soccer. Or do they have fullbacks in soccer? I was a defensive tackle. And Ronald, I can't believe you were a fullback. You're not big enough to be a fullback. Pat says, thank you, Cricket. Lawson says, okay, I play striker or forward. Either one is the person in the middle up front. I played just one game, but it's a tournament. Okay, all right. Do they have fullbacks in soccer? Because a fullback is a football thing. Don't stress, Pat says Cricket. And this dude called the professor. What about him? The professor is an excellent young man. He's my personal friend, just like Pat is. So yes, the professor's good. So I do to you. Okay. Fullback. All right, Ronald keeps saying he played fullback. Cricket says yippers. Halfback. That's a football term too. Did you guys hear about the Tennessee guy? What's going on to that quarterback at Tennessee? He's a nice person. Yes, the professor's a very nice person. Wing is part of a bird. I'm just busting your chops, Ronald. Me too, I'm a good guy. Well, I don't know about that. I'm probably the worst one on here, to be honest. Lawson says, there is fullbacks in soccer and it's in defense. Okay, I don't know that. But it's also in football. I know that. I played defensive tackle in football. You know, I wasn't very good, but I played and I enjoyed it. I broke my arm playing football, playing defensive tackle. Somebody hit me right here. Full speed when I was tackling the quarterback and with their helmet, full speed, head down like targeting, would be, but it wasn't. But it was on my elbow, broke my arm. Pat, Riley, do you play Robolex? So, yeah, the kid in Tennessee, have you guys heard about this crazy quarterback? I guess Tennessee had a good team last year, and I didn't follow Tennessee. I think they're fine, but I guess their quarterback quit. He's entering the portal because Tennessee's not going to give him $4 million. So he was getting like $2.5 million, and he's come out and said, I'm too good. I want $4 million. Tennessee said, nah, we're not going to give you $4 million bucks. And so now he's entering the portal trying to find a school that's going to give him $4 million to play. He's all over the news here, and people are hating on him like nobody's business. What, you are a dad? Yes. Yes, Pat is a father. He is indeed. He's a father, a gentleman, a scholar. And he doesn't play video games. I play video games, but I play puzzle games. I like puzzle games. Tell your son to play me in Robolex and we can have fun, your son. Okay. So, Nick Saban a few years ago talked about how this whole money thing was going to destroy college football. And apparently it is. So it's quite interesting. What's going to happen? My wife sent me a message. Let me read my wife's message. I got to find my wife. Can you feed the girls later? All right, sorry. I play video games. I'm an older school. I like puzzle games, is what I like. I'm big on puzzle games. Cricket is saying, no, not you, Pat, because you're old. And he says, no, your son who plays video games. Okay. All right, Lorelai, I got it. So, okay. I don't know why my wife keeps messaging me. I don't know. But that's what's going on in the world. What's going on for anybody else? Does anybody have any problems we need to solve? Because our goal is to make YouTube better for everybody. We're going to make YouTube great again. Instead of making America great, we're making YouTube great, is what our goal is. That's our mission. You know, that's what we're going to do. Galactic Gaming plays games. He's a gamer. My son plays games, cricket, yes. Hey, Pat, we'll talk about that later, but remind me to ask you about how things are going with the sun and everything else like that. So, but we're excited, guys. We what else did we do today? We did something else today. Oh, we ate, Lorelai, we ate at the mall. And then went to Walmart and came home, and I've been working. I got my truck in the backyard. We're ready to dig a pad, make a concrete pad, so that we can get our dirty kitchen all squared away this week. Let it all dry up is what we're working on. We got to get the house cleaned up. It's a mess, by the way. We're getting ready. Lorelai planted her cucumbers, her Filipino green beans. Next, we're going to wait a little bit. She's got a bunch of peppers that she's going to be planting, like jalapeno peppers and bell peppers. And we put the tomato plant out, and so we're almost got all of her vegetables outside. So really, really excited for her to do that. I'm more excited to get all the plant and the dirt out of the house. And we're getting ready to transplant. One thing we do in the spring when we need to is transplant some of our house plants. I need to find one of my house plants and give it to a buddy because I don't think he has any in his house. Roblox, so many cricket, Resident Evil games, zombies, cricket, game crickets, yes. Cricket's asking if you know his username. All kinds of my son plays. He's 17 years old in high school, yes. He's almost 18, right? In a couple months, he's going to be 18. I wonder where HTN and Bai is. Maybe they're hanging out on a different place, chit-chatting. Daya. I thought there was an R in there for a second. I still need to get new glasses. I just haven't bothered to do it because I'm poor. So, but I need new glasses, everybody, but I'm going to wait until after our trip to Alabama because we're going to be spending so much money on our trip that, yeah, I thought you said that he was almost 18. Does he got a plan for the future? Is he going to be college bound, military bound, or work bound? So, Pat, what Cricket is saying is the Dayum is his username on that game. I think that's what he's saying. And he wants you to give that name to your son. No, David is saying damn and slang. Oh, man, you know me. Back, how long before you go on vacation? At the end of the month. The last Saturday of the month, so just a couple weeks. I'm excited. Lorelai's not, I don't know if Lorelai's excited, but I'm really excited. I'm ready to get, but I've been locked in this house forever. Last place we went was Mississippi, and that was okay, but kind of, so I'm excited. You know, I know it's a 12-hour drive, and I'm spending a couple $1,000. You know, we're spending $1,200 on the Airbnb, and then you got to buy food, fishing license, gas. You know, we're gonna go to places, and that's gonna cost money. So we're gonna go to Gulf Shores, Alabama. Gulf Shores, Alabama, which is right on the Gulf of America. Okay, Cricket. David, I got a question. What is it, buddy? Cricket, when my son comes back this Thursday, I will give you his, yes, okay. So his son will be back around later in the week, and he'll make sure you get it. I'm hoping to meet my big brother, Dennis. Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, we invited Dennis to the Christmas party, but he wasn't able to make it. I told Dennis if he's flying everywhere, you know, we don't hate the Canadians. He could come to Arkansas and hang out with us. So, okay, Brother David, channel, yes. Yeah, Dennis is a good guy. I talk to Dennis quite a bit. So Cricket says, okay. So Cricket had a question, I think. David, I like IR outfit. It's given slay. I don't know what that means. You got to remember, I'm not very smart, Cricket. I don't know what the new slang is. I like IR space outfit. It's giving slay. You'll have to explain that one to me a little bit better. Like it's good. Okay, what's good? My shirt? My hat? My beard? Are you talking about how good looking I am? Cricket, the professor wants to know what game platform, Xbox or PlayStation? Thank you, Cricket. Appreciate that. So he just want to know what platform you do. I do Apple. My dogs are grunting. Where were we? Okay. So he says he doesn't do Xbox or PlayStation. He just does the online mobile apps. I'm from Seattle. Xbox only. Woohoo! That's what we have, right, Ronald? We have Xbox. Game tag. Middle Jay-Z Jeff. Yes, there you go. Game tag is your middle Jay-Z Jeff. I don't play games online. From Tim, well, you know, I like to play puzzles. Match 3 games and puzzles is all I do. I know those are kind of boring, but that's what I like. So, Cricket is saying it's Pack God. Okay, the professor says. But I like, you know, that, but I like to do real puzzles. I'm more of a hands-on person, so. And I don't like to strain my eyes. You know, it hurts when you wear your eyes out. Solitaire is good. I like to play solitaire. I like to, actually, we used to play poker a lot. You know, there for a while, about twice a month, I would have some guys come over, and we'd make chili dogs, or sub sandwiches, or pizza, and we'd all play poker and have some drinks, and that was a lot of fun, but kind of got old. Cricket says, I got a lot of subscribers, nice, in that channel. That's why I typed all in caps, Dave. Because you're excited, because you're, woohoo! That's all right. It's okay. Uh-oh, my wife. My wife is messaging me. All right. Let me see here. I figured you typed all in caps because you didn't know that the shift button was pushed down. Maybe you were laying on the keyboard like this. You know, that's kind of what I thought. But it's okay, Ronald. We accept you for how you are. Ronald, we need to go out for lunch again. Yeah, you guys needed that. Indeed, Brother Tim, yes. Yeah, you guys need to go to lunch. Lawson, hey, sorry I haven't been on much tonight, but I'm going to go to bed because I have a track meet tomorrow. Yeah, we should be streaming tomorrow. I'm trying to get back into the groove of streaming daily. Now, I will tell you guys, sometimes when the weather gets nicer here and I get up early, I'm going to do some morning live streams. And like this weekend, Lorelai and I did some live streams together, the wife, and we did them outside in the evening. We're going to go to Alabama soon. Sorry, I missed somebody. Somebody asked me where we were going. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. We're going to, or maybe I did. We're going to Alabama, Gulf Shores, Alabama. We're going to do some live streaming in Alabama. I'm going to try to make some videos, but we're going to try to do some live streams, do some fishing, show you guys around Alabama a little bit. I hope everybody likes that. Good luck. Yes, Lawson's a good one. You can tell that he's serious about his school, his athletics. He says that he has a girlfriend, so he can't look at other girls. So that's really good at his age, right? Because even if I had a girlfriend at his age, I was still looking at other girls. So Cricket wants everybody to know, so I'm going to help Cricket out. Cricket wants everybody to know, apparently, that he owns and is a channel called Pack God, all caps, that has 5.22 million subscribers with only 40 videos. Hell no, keep looking. No. Well, I told him that the other day. He's like, no, he's a good guy. I have a great night, and remember my favorite YouTuber. Thank you for that, Lawson. And I appreciate you sharing out with your friends and people you know our channel. I do. I appreciate everybody subscribing. So, Cricket, is that what you wanted everybody to know? That you're the owner of Pack God? So I want to make sure I get that out there. And Pack God is, and I don't know anything about the channel. It looks like it's gaming competition. It looks like it has, I don't know, has OnlyFans girls on it. I don't know what it is. Thank you, Lawson. I don't know what Pack God is or what the channel's about. I can't tell what it's about. It doesn't say what it's about. So, Cricket, if you're still there, tell me what the YouTube channel that you own called Pack God is all about. Because I don't quite understand what it's about. Now, granted, I'm old. It looks like it has some Asian chicks on it, some American girls, some white girls. That Jack Doherty kid has a video on here. So, Tim, Just because you are on a diet doesn't mean you can't look at the menu. You just can't get, well, Tim, I agree with you, but my wife disagrees. Look, one thing I've done being with the Filipina is I've had to put blinders on like you can't believe. I've gotten real, I hope she's not listening. I've gotten really good at not moving my head, at all. My head is broken. It doesn't swivel. Straight ahead, you know. So, so, yeah, you could drop a link to Pack God. Cricket, do you want to drop a link to your channel? I don't that either, Brother David. Yes, yes. Yeah, but yeah, not in my world, Tim. Not in my world. And what's really bad, my wife is better now because we've been married like 500 years. But in the very beginning, it was horrible. I couldn't even talk. I mean, because I'm one of these people that I'm always looking. I really am. And I teach this when I teach people how to drive. As a safety guy, I'm always looking around me. As somebody who just wants to be aware, I want to know where everybody is and who everybody is. I want to assess the risk, whether I'm going to be attacked and murdered and killed or not. So I'm always looking. Oh, when Warlight first, oh, don't be looking. I'm like, oh my God. So I've learned to glue my neck bones, my spine, I don't like that either, Brother David, yes. So let me see if I can, I don't know if I can copy the link or not personally because I don't know how to do this stuff. Because Ronald, I'm not very smart when it comes to this internet stuff. So I dropped Fishing with Pack. If you guys haven't subscribed to Fishing with Pack, please do. I need help getting to 50. This is what our young friend Cricket says he owns, which probably means he's making a couple, $2-3 million easy a year. There's that channel in the Philippines. What's the name of the guy in the Philippines? The guy that goes around with the food. I know you guys know him. He has a really big channel. I know Tim that watches him. I can't remember his name. What is his name? The guy that runs around the Philippines trying all the food and goes to other places. Tim says, I looked at other women just because I'm old doesn't mean I'm dead. I agree, man. I agree. But man, in my world, I'm dead. I'm just saying. Hardest thing in the world. So I gotta be, and my wife walks next to me or beside me. So she won't walk in front of me. Yeah. Yeah. But that's okay. But you guys remember the name of that guy? Does anybody remember him? He has a really big channel, like millions of subscribers, I think. But does he cook? No, Tim, is that him? You and I talked about him one time. Mark Williams, I'm going to Google him too. I thought it was something else, Tim. I didn't think it was that. I thought it was... He's either a chef or he goes around and eats. It could be him. I just remember, I think Tim and you were talking about the fact that, he's making like 50 or 60 or $1,000 a month or something like that. Remember? Yeah, maybe this is him. But I thought it was a different name. I thought it was something. Yeah, he has 11.2 million subscribers. Here, I'll subscribe to him. My Fishing with Pack just subscribed to him. Yeah, he may be in Thailand right now. Man, I thought it was somebody else. I'm looking, the Food Ranger. No, it wasn't the Food Ranger. All right, maybe that was him. Maybe that was him, guys, I guess. I'm looking to see if anything else pops up like his name. Or like, all right. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about, Tim, because I know it's a different name. But you and I were talking about him a while back. About that he has millions of subscribers and he's making like 50 or 500,000 a month. He's just killing it by doing cooking videos or eating videos and traveling around. Which, you know, which is really cool if you could do it. If you can physically do all of that, that's great. The real key is how do you get started? How do you raise enough money in the beginning to like go to the Philippines, travel around, eat the food, make videos, you know what I mean? Before your money starts rolling in. Because to me, that would be the hardest thing. How do you get going? It's kind of like being a real estate agent. You know, you don't make any money for a while and you got to pay your own expenses. That man only travels. Okay. So, yeah, how do you, you know, once you get the ball rolling, so to speak, I could see it, right? Hey, my YouTube or my sponsors will fund me, right? Will keep me going. Will get me where I want to be. Oh, it's after 10. All right, friends, we're after 10 p.m. here in America. So I want to thank everybody. We're going to wind this down and jump off of here. But Ronald, it's great to see you again. Tim, appreciate you. Everybody. Galactic Gaming, appreciate you. Fishing with the Pack, you got a great channel. Lawson's already gone. He has to go to bed. Cricket's somewhere. Cricket, Dennis, Pat, all of you wonderful people. I can't thank you enough for your support. Yeah, it takes money to make money, right? It takes a lot of money to make money. That's what I keep telling my wife. It takes money to make money, honey. You know? Yeah. Yeah, he's using his own money. So maybe he was already wealthy or did a business where he had some money. You know what I mean? So maybe that happened and he could get going that way. So, but Tim, if you think of the other guy that you and I were talking about a while back, write it down because I want to try to I want to go and try to remember him. Yuppers, 10 minutes. I'll call. Yeah, you can call in about 10 minutes. So, all right, my friends. Look, we're going to try to do some more later live streams for you Philippine people. And remember, we're going to start doing some early morning live streams too, like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. in my time. So maybe that'll catch some of you guys in the evenings. But once again, we appreciate Dennis. We appreciate everybody. No matter if you hate each other or not, we still appreciate you. Try to tell you not to hate anybody. Relax, enjoy your evening. And we appreciate you guys. Thank you all. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care, folks.